This is a message for Heather Pastor, was Gilman, Nee Gilman. Oh, I used to go horse riding down in Newton Abbot somewhere, and I remember that my riding habit was covered in this mud, this red mud. Well, it's blood. It actually is. I mean, look at it here, where the field is half brown, half red. See, because that's blood. And there, that's very rich blood there. It's some kind of, it looks almost bronchial. Oh no, might be a tree. No, it can't be a tree. Oh yes, it is. But it does. It looks bronchial, doesn't it? Oh, it's a shadow of a tree, I think. Yeah, it is. Anyway, that colour is probably the colour it was originally, you know, when wet. The colour it is in the shade. This must be a caravan park. It is. That's mobile homes. Is it? Campers. Wow. It's for camper vans. How nice. Anyway, I've diverged. All this red. Where was it? Where did we used to go? We used to go riding. We used to gallop across this field and it was red like that. I want to know where it was. Because, like, that's all blood. And then this is bone. This, everything, all these white bits, they're bone. Bone. This is a bone. Because, like, down in Par, look at this. This is all bone. That's all bone there. That looks a bit like an arm. Or a knee. Something like that. Because cormorant, down in Par. Down in Par. Where is he? Here he is. He's so obvious. Right, that's his face. Right, that's his lips. His lips are there. And his nose is here. That's his nose. His eyeballs there. If I go out here. No, it's not. His eye is here. That's his eye. Eye, nose, mouth. Actually, do you know what? Since I first started looking at him, they've taken more away. And this is his hand. They've taken loads of his hand away. Loads. Wow. Wow. And this is his rib cage here. That's his rib cage. Crazy, isn't it? And these are his hips. That's his hips. And this is his leg. That's his leg. And his foot goes right down to, I think this is Par Beach. That's his big toe there. Isn't that fascinating? Dipping his foot in the sea. And do you know what's even more fascinating is that down here is his slayer, Jack the Giant Slayer. There's Cormoran's, that's Cormoran's whole body. That's the top of his head there, and that's the tip of his toe there. Jack is here somewhere with his, I did find him. Oh, I've lost him again. Tired. But Jack is here. There's someone else there as well. Oh, there's so much in the land. There's bodies upon bodies upon bodies everywhere. I mean, really, the whole of Cornwall is a fish. That's the fish's tail there. And that's its mouth there. See? It's a great big fish. It's like a stonefish. And that's his fin. That's a fin. That's a tail. That you'll see that in the Albion Zodiac, because like this, there's a face here. This is the face. You see that? That's the eye, nose, mouth, and his tongue is clacked. That's his chin, and that's his clacked tongue. And when you exploration, you find that that's, oh, it's Harwich. Winton. Where's Clacton? Oh, this Clacton. Clacked. That must be his tongue. Gosh, that's a big tongue. I thought that was his chin. His chin must be here, and this whole area is his tongue, and those are his top teeth. Wow. Yeah. Funny, isn't it? Another thing that's interesting is Canterbury. Canterbury is the buried cantor of Saint George. Oh, that's now Saint George. Saint George and Dragon. That's not it. Is it? Or is it? Is that Canterbury? I can't see what I'm doing. Canterbury. Yeah, there he is. I must have been. Where was I? I think I must have been in Suffolk, Sussex. I was down there, wasn't I? So Canterbury, I didn't realise it was that close to the. Is Saint George and the Dragon on his horse. That there is his head. That's his back. That's his, like, his shoulders. That's his bum. And he's on a horse. Horse's head is here. It's the horse's ear there. It's the tip of the horse's ear. The dragon is behind him, breathing fire. This is the fire that he's breathing. It's the golf course. Oh my. Oh, this is his leg. And you've got the horse's leg as well, and there's the horse's hoof down there. head, shoulders, and this is his arm, right? And he's carrying a sort of spear. And that's the spear there. And that's how he's depicted. He's depicted like that in his suit of armour on the horse. And yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But I'll tell you what, they've been messing, since I started doing this, they've really started messing about with it. I did do some sort of outlining where, you know, I picked it out so you could really see it. And of course, it depends. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll show you what we'll do. This shows it up more. When I do the history thing, where's the history thing? Anyway, historical imagery. This is crazy. When you do this, you can really see it. Right, now there he is. Let's put him in the middle of the picture. And then the horse's head's to the left. Now watch. 2020. Oh, wrong way. 19. 18. 17. 16. 15. 14. 13. Oh, look, it's down there. Let's see. Wow, when can we go back to? 1940. Wow! When did that happen? That's pixelated. It's not fully loaded, obviously. When's this? 1960. Oh, look, it says it up there, 82%, 90%. Oh, wow. Wow. Let's go back to 1940. Oh, this is new. I didn't know about this. Oh, this is great. Oh, how exciting. So, 1940, 1960, where's 1950? Then it jumps from 1960 to 1984. Should be in colour. There we go. 1984. 1984. Well, that was before the M25 and that, wasn't it? And before there was like from 1984 there was loads of building going on, wasn't there? You still see him, his head, shoulders, bum. It's not very clear though, is it? Let's keep him in the middle. 85. You see the improvement in the pixels as you go along. But in actual fact, they had better cameras in Titanian times than they do now. We're getting there though. 1986, 1987, 85%, 100%. Still not very good pixels, is it? When's this? 87. 88. 88. You see his face? He's got a sort of visor on. Part of his what do you call it? Uniform. Not uniform. Chainmail, helmet, 89. I was driving around there in 1989. Actually, I started driving around there 1983, actually. 1990. When I was 20. 1983. What's that? Wow. Chainmail, that's what I was thinking of. It's almost like you can see the chainmail. This is like what the suit's made of, this chainmail suit. $19.90, 1991, 64% loaded. Strange that it's showing it as they've taken pictures and stitched them all together. You wouldn't do that with a satellite, would you? Would you? That's just aerial photography. There are no satellites, it's all aerial photography. See? That's aerial photography. Look how they stitched them all together in 1960. It's Kent. Let's go back to, where are we? Let's go back to 2000. And wow. It's part of the dragon. 2002. That's quite annoying now, actually, where it comes up like that. It's not done that before. That's his waist there. It's his shoulder there. That's his spear. That's the top of the horse's head there. That's the horse's front legs. And that's the horse's hind and tail and back legs here. Loaded. Oh. See how he's got his head tilted forward slightly. Oh, you can see his head better there. Look. And there's the horse's head there. And the horse has got his head pulled in. You know, his chin is in towards his chest. And that's his leg. And that's the horse's leg there. 2008. Can you see what it is yet of? Oh dear. 2009. November 2014. That wasn't a good year, was it? 2015. 2016. 2018. So slow loading. That's better. 2019 is about when I found him. December 2020. December 2020 is actually when the sun moved. The sun moved in December 2020. Could that be the dragon there? See that? Oh, clearly. What I should do is show you why does it stop at 2020 and then we're in 2026? So they haven't taken, there's been no aerial photography for 6 years, but they were doing it every year up until 2020. That's odd. I've been too busy spraying us with rubbish. We do. Images of Saint George and the dragon. Is like that one, but the other way round. That's what he's like, more or less, except his arm is down. It's his other. It's reversed, and there's a castle in the background. That's interesting. And the dragon is more behind. What's that? What are those red things? Maybe that's what that is. St. George was a black man. Interesting. I bet he was darker than that. There you go, St. George was black. But yeah, his legs are in the same position. And he's got the small waist. See that? He looks actually like he's got a breast. Maybe he was Saint Georgina. Was it Saint Georgina and the dragon? Were they inverted that long ago? Is it? It's a boy horse. I don't know the sex of dragons. But yeah, that's how he is. But if I take a picture of that and then reverse it, and then you'll have more of an idea. Let's see. Save. And then gallery. And then edit and reverse and save. Now that is what you're looking at, more or less, except the spear is behind. I think he's a shoe. Her head. Look, that's a breast. Breastplate. And what about his wife, Mrs. George? Maybe she's a man. It's scaring me now. And what town is that? Is that Canterbury? No, there's water there, but that's normal. It was a moat. It's not Canterbury, is it? Because it's not on the sea. Although, having said that, we don't know what it was like then. Oh, and look at the rock. Looks like a fish. And what about this rock, the back here? That looks like it's something as well. They look like Viking ships. Let's have a look for castles around Canterbury. That could be the Medway. I wonder where it says it is. Let's go back to Earth. Now, Let's do Canterbury castles. That's Canterbury Castle. I didn't know there was a castle in Canterbury. Who knew that? Wow, look at that. And look at that. And look at these. Actually, that looks modern. I didn't know there was a castle in Canterbury. I've been there loads of times, never seen a castle before. Cathedral? Canterbury Cathedral. Wow, look at that. There's Canterbury Cathedral, I've been there. That is beautiful. That is as beautiful as the Notre Dame in Paris, really. Oh, that's a shame. It's an old oak tree. I bet that could tell a story or two. Oh, what are they doing? Are they repairing it, or what are they doing it? What are they doing to it? It's another church. Good grief, look at that. So whereabouts is it? As in regards to whereabouts on the position of George, is it? It looks like there's his shoulder, there's his head, there's his spear. Looks like it's in his pocket. Looks like it. Or her. There's his bum. It's actually, see where the waist is nipped in? There. It's a very skinny waist, isn't it? That's a really skinny waist. Isn't it fascinating? You can see the horse's head a bit better in this one. I was looking at Torquay, wasn't I? And I've become completely fascinated by this. Now. But the thing is, if he was that big, then the castle behind would have been a big castle, wouldn't it? Like huge in the background, like so big it'd need looking for. I won't do that. Or did they just That's a runway there. Or did they just... they always put airports on something. Did they just... I'm going back to the picture. Look at that castle, it's right on the top of a rock. You see that? Go to source. That's a new one. What's it gonna say? Saint George and the Dragon by Roger van somebody or another. There's another one. That's very much like it as well. And the helmet's more like it is. The horse, you can, but you can't see the horse's ears. Whereas, but that's beautiful, isn't it? It's really beautiful. But in the composition, and his leg is more like it is, and where it is in, you know, I want to turn it. I can't turn it. That is more like it is. Where's the yeah, that one. Who's put? Oh, look at those. How they've put the geometry on it. That's another one there. That's even more like it. Like where his legs and everything are. Do you know, when they actually found it, you must have been able to see it in the land originally. That's what I think. And like they had balloons. You could go up in a balloon and look down, and they would have seen him in the land. You know, but he's got a spear in all of them. And there's a lady in all of them, isn't there? As well. He's looking very girly there as well, isn't he? Is Saint George a woman? Saint Georgina. And the woman's in the background, or the man. And look, she looks like a man in that one, That's really good. But hasn't got the armour on in that one. But still the nipped in waist. It is how it is in the land, but they've got the horse the other way around. I wonder if they do that on purpose. It's reversed. That's a good one. And again, black. So, I'm thinking Saint George is Saint Georgina. and she was black. So looks like a girl. That's a really good rendition as well. And again, it's reversed. They're all reversed. It's not. Oh no, that one's the right way round. How it is in the land. You're very pretty, George. Ina. Very pretty. Who done that one? Let's have a look. Sorry. That's what I haven't written anything about. And again, look in the background. Save it. Oh, don't fuff about with me here. I'll just screenshot it. It's easier. I'll screenshot it. It's quicker. I like that. Save that. Look at his teeth. He looks very Chinese, doesn't he? He looks really Chinese. His tail. You can see some of his these. See these. You can see them in the land. These bits, these spiny bits, these. In fact, they've got fields that are that shape. The field is that shape. Yeah. Look how many there are. And they're all more or less the same, aren't they? More or less. Oh, look, there's a king and queen in the background. There's quite a few in the background there, look. Wow, look at that. That must be an amazing painting. Look, that's a man in drag. And the man's a woman. This is cracking me up. And look, it's got the Jesus sign. And look, he's holding his hand. Let's have a look at the other hand. What's he got in there? Some sort of sceptre. How many fingers have they got as well? That's the other thing. Even there, look, this praying person looks like a man, like a nun. And then this fella down here is like too pretty for a geezer, isn't he? And the horse is thinking, they're all inverts. Oh, look. Hey! So, he was a giant. They're telling you there, he or she was black, curly hair, tiny waist, look at that, tiny waist, and a giant. So, but even he was a giant. This one would have been a giant as well. I mean, humans would have been like, I don't know, about the size of the button on his shirt. That big. Right there. A normal human being would have been that size. We were as ants. Is it ants? Cockroaches? I like that one. I'll save this one. I really like that one. That is... It's lovely. Screenshot. Save. But they all show the dragon in the same place. The spear is in the same place. It's just the wrong way round. Should we go back to... Oh. Canterbury. Some more badges. They're so sweet. Now, can you see it now? This is his head. Or her head. It's her head. That's part of the spear. Oops. Trying to work out where the castle is sort of in her pocket. That's the castle. Near. It's just gonna... It's better to do that sort of thing. Dover Castle. Warmer. Chilham. Dover's on the top of a hill, next to the sea. That's right on the top of a hill. Yeah. I think the castle in the background is more likely Dover. And where those little houses are is Doverport. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I wish I could zoom in on that. Where's that? Oh, I'll never find it, will I? Hello. Oh, I'm back in. Oh, I was on Google Maps then. I was back at home. That was in Egypt. Look at that. Look at that. Stained glass window. That's something else, that, isn't it? That's in Dover Castle Chapel, obviously. Wow. I've never been in... I've been to Dover thousands of times. Thousands. Going on for about 300 times in my life I've been to Dover. I always go to Dover to go to Calais. I don't bother staying it. I have stayed in Dover. I used to park my camper van outside the Grand Hotel in Dover, next to what used to be the hoverport. Never ever went and had a look around. How beautiful. Stunning. You should drive past it all the time. Never stopped. I know why I didn't stop, because my camper van wouldn't fit in the car park. I did once go up there. I do remember now. There's a couple of places I've taken my camper, and because it was 9'3", it wouldn't fit underneath the height restriction. I would say that in these, isn't that beautiful? Someone's took a lovely photo there. I would say, yeah, Dover itself is in actual fact an octopus, and the harbour is made up. The White Cliffs of Dover, it's octopus meat. I'm going to have to show you now, aren't I? Okay, now, are you ready? Are you ready for this? See all these down here? That's the octopi legs. Right, and that's part of its. There's two. There's one on top of the other one. There's the other one here. That's his eye. And these are his tentacles. See, look at that tentacle. Look at the tentacles coming down. See that? See the tentacles? Two octopus. There's the eye of the other octopus there. See his eye there? That's the eye of the octopus. They've put another eye next to it. Is that? I think this is the original eye. Eye. Eye is two octopi. Because there's like 8 and 8, 16 legs hanging down. See, 16 legs hanging down. So it's two octopi. So the White Cliffs of Dover are actually octopus meat. And octopus and squid meat is it's white. It's white meat. Well, the squid's got like red on the outside, doesn't it? But the skin is sort of reddish colour, and the little suckers are sort of reddish colour. Should be able to see suckers. But, yeah, it's an octopus, same as Greece, but Greece is much bigger. The Greek one's humongous. So, Canterbury Castle, and in the background, Dover. Warmer Castle. Let's have a look at this one. I've never heard of Warmer Castle. No. I'd say that was Dover Castle. Oh yeah. I have been there. I've forgotten the name of it, obviously, but no, I did go to Warmer Castle because I nearly went to school in Broadstairs, and we visited this one. Yeah, I do remember that.
Walmer Castle was an artillery fort originally constructed by Henry VII in Walmer, Kent, between 1539 and 1540. Well, that was a long time after Saint George. Right, long time. So, no. Canterbury City Wall. That's definitely Dover Castle. What else was I going to look at? It's just the one. Yeah. I'd say that was Dover. And that's Dover Port before. Yeah. That's what I think. Well, it has poetic license as well, doesn't it? But they keep showing her in the background there, so she must be, or he must be, Mrs. Saint George. Must be in the land. So, not Caucasian. And so has a breast. I mean, that is just not a man's body. End of story. Look, even the armour, it's like a skirt. Isn't it? I mean, that was only made like that there. It wasn't made for a willy. It was part of the, you know, keeping you on the saddle. Yeah. But they keep showing her behind his back. Let's go back to the land. So he's there. So she must be. She's got to be around here somewhere. Right. Dragons down here. It's a horse's head. She can't be far away. She's got to be in the land somewhere. I will find her. She'll definitely be there because she's depicted in all the paintings. So she's got to be there. Might be above. And she might not be as big. You know? She might be a bit smaller. It's like the giants were all different sizes. It's like Cormoran, who was killed by Jack, and Jack is there. You can, I will find him, and well, there's a video I've done. I did one in the past, and I could see him there clearly. I just forget. I forget where they are. I just can't get over the nipped in waist. There, look, so tiny. She's got to be here somewhere. You have to just keep staring and staring and staring, and then it just suddenly, it just suddenly leaps out at you. And a clue. Here's a clue, right? When you see a body of water, bodies of water are usually like this. That's a body of water. It's usually something like heart, stomach, eye, you know? It's usually an internal organ that especially like a stomach, because it's like rounded, you know, it leaves a, and then the wall of the stomach wall petrifies, and then that's how you get your lakes. And even the lakes in Canada and America, the Great Lakes, they're Mother Earth's breast glands, as I know too well. Because I've got breast cancer, so and you can feel the lump inside, and it's filled up the gland. And it's the same shape. So I'm getting rid of it naturally. It's hard work, but I'll get there. And then eyeballs. It's like Ireland. Yeah, this will blow your mind. Ireland is a dog. That's a dog, right? And the cliffs of Moher are mohair. Mohair, right? But this is her left eye. See, because an eye leaves an indentation, right? Now, Giant's Causeway is her right eye. Giant's Causeway. And what it is, they say it's volcanic. They say it's volcanic rock. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. What Giant's Causeway is, it's the optical rods. The optical rods in the rear of her right eye. That's what creates vision. See? You see that? They're optical rods. Yeah? And that's what they are. It's the back of her eye, which is there. See where that is? Okay. Now there's a left eye and a right eye. Now if you were to go down underneath this eye, down underneath the loch or lake, you'd find the exact same anomaly as you find at the causeway, because that's her right eye. Yeah, that's her right eye. It's her nasal cavity there. That's part of her nose. Mouth here. So mouth. It's a foot. That's a foot. This is all hair. Cliffs of mohair. Cliffs of more. And this is all hair as well. It's all. She's very hairy. That's her kidneys. There's her kidneys there. That's Dublin. And then over here, this makes me laugh. It really makes me laugh. It's like, right, that's her tail. Oh, it's really, if you put done, oops, not done, but yeah, done cannon. So that's what you do when you have a poo, you do a cannon. And it's in Waterford because it's where the waterworks are. That's her poo hole. Still a bit of shit in there. Oh, still a bit of poo there, look. That's her poo hole. Yeah? That's her docked tail. That's her poop hole. And then that's her Annabelle. Her vulva. Just like my Lily, my poodle. She's got a very short docked tail. Lily's tail is like this, isn't it, darling? Where are you? Oh, she's sitting under the air conditioning unit. Yeah, so it's not just any old dog either. It is in actual fact. You can even see her nails, look. Dogs have nails and cats have claws. See that? And her her ear, that's an ear hole, that's her ear hole. Here's her ear hole, ear. So, that's her head. Ears, eyes, nose, mouth, right foot, left foot, right forefoot, left forefoot, right back foot, left back foot. No. That's her right, that's her left, because it's a little bit lower. But here, that's her right leg there. The right leg's behind her left leg on this side. But she is what's known as a soft-coated Wheaten Terrier, which is about the, I don't know that there's a Glen of a Mile, but apart from the Glen of a Mile, I think the soft-coated Wheaten Terrier is the only dog that is purely Irish. Soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. Yeah. short, docked tail. Go. There. That is what you're looking at. That is what you're looking at. Tail's actually shorter than that. My Lily's tail's shorter than that. It's more like that. Like the tail's that short. They don't cut their tails off anymore, thank God. There you go, look. Hardly anything at all. That's my Lily. That looks like a poodle there. It's not though, it's just a really bad haircut. I'm sorry. Sorry, Harry. Mummy scalped you. You've been scalped. Scalped. That's funny. Ah, it's a beautiful dog. And the coat is really soft. They have the most incredibly soft coat. And that's just, well, it is like mohair. Hello. Common behaviours and traits of Wheaten Terriers, I suppose. That's interesting. They're like poodles, very much so. They are water dogs. This is Murphy. A total menace. He's our first Wheaten and we're learning that we can't take our eyes off him for a second. He chews everything. All puppies do that. He loves to steal dirty laundry. Terrorises the cat. He's the best boy on car roads, but absolutely refuses to use the bathroom anywhere except his own yard. Ah, you beautiful boy, Murphy. Don't like. All Wheaten, mine stole laundry, ate ornaments and turned himself red. Hid the curtains, hated anything with a tag exposed. Dug a hole in the carpet. These are all things that people do, not people. Well, yeah, they are little furry people. They only do that when they're bored. Wheaten Terriers are like, they're very much like poodles. They need plenty of stimulation. You can't leave a dog like that on its own all day. It's not right. They're very intelligent. You can't leave an intelligent animal on its own all day long. It's not right. So anyway, there you go. The British Isles is one man and his dog. Because this is a body. It's another body. And I'll leave that for another day. Because there's the other body, which is the baby inside Mother Earth. The Mediterranean is a amniotic sac. The Mediterranean salt giant is the wall of the amniotic sac. And there's lots of other geological things that I can explain. And quickly, to recap on what I mentioned before when I was talking about Dover being an octopus. That's Greece, and this is the octopus, look. That's the top. And these are the tentacles. The Greek islands make up the tentacles. And it was actually having a fight with Pegasus. Because this is a horse's head, this is ears, this is eye, this is open mouth here. This is Turkey, and that's why it's called Pegasus Airline, because that's a horse. That's a horse's head. Anyway, that's the baby inside the womb. Head, arm, legs are underneath the octopus. And there's the squid. And the squid's eyeball. That's 6 squid. An octopus. You've got 6 and 8. Sixes and 8s. Yeah? I'm being funny. 6 squid. 6 squid. An octopus. Yeah. And a dragon. There's a dragon. There. His head is in France. And Leon is a lion. But I'm not going to go into that. I could go on all day. This could be a 10-hour video, really. And you've got a dolphin chasing a fish on top of a bull. There's the bull. That's the bull's eye, bull's nose, bull's mouth. A fish. Dolphin. There's the dolphin's fin. Dolphin's eye. Dolphin's. It's a bottlenose dolphin. That's his left hand. Going down into the Sahara. His left hand. So much is everything what you just don't know what it is. And of course, the Suez Canal is the Zeus Canal. It's the birth canal coming out of the womb, of the Mediterranean womb, down the vagina, which is the Red Sea, and then it's got a kink in it. And Djibouti is your G spot, which is this area here. It then does a sort of like a turnaround, and then that's the opening there. And then what happened was, baby came out here, you see, and the baby went down here and landed here. And then that's the baby's face. Nose, eye, mouth, teeth. But it's bottom tooth at Geelong. The Geelong is here. And this is this bottom tooth, and that's top tooth. That's his mouth. His ear is here. Ear hole. But you see, when they drowned, they got slippage, and the skin came off of their faces. So in actual fact, his mouth is really here. That's his actual mouth. His actual mouth is here. That's his skin mouth, and that's his tongue. And he's sticking his tongue out at New Zealand. And that's why when they do the haka, they stick their tongues out back at Australia. See, that's his hand. That's his handy. That's the hand. That's his mouth on. Oh, and you can see his eye, but you can actually see his eyelashes. Where is his eyelashes? There. There's his eyelashes there. Because that's his skull face. I don't know why his eyelashes got left down there, but they did. That's the skin face. And Uluru is his heart. That's his back feet. He's in the fetal position, see. And see where it's all red is blood. If it's red, it's blood. And his poo hole would be around about here, here, or here. Say, yeah, there. That's his bumhole. That's the bumhole of Australia. I'm stopped there. I keep saying I'm going to stop. Here's the terrapin's foot, which is where the Mariana Trench is, because the terrapin is underneath everything. Not a turtle. Not a tortoise. A terrapin. A terrapin is a cross between a tortoise and a turtle. A turtle is a sea creature, and a tortoise is a land creature. And a terrapin is both sea and land. It can survive on land and in water. And terra means land, and pin means to hold. See? So anyway, that's the terrapin's left front foot, and that's his head there. See the terrapin's head? That's the terrapin's head, and that's his foot. That's his neck. It's a terrapin. If you go and look at a terrapin's skeleton, you'll see it's exactly like that. It's the top of his head. This is his mouth and mandibles. This is left front. What would you call a terrapins? Because turtles have fins, flippers, and tortoises have feet. So what do terrapins have? Fleet. It's a cross between flippers and feet. That's enough! Stop! I don't know how long I've been going for. It's ages. This will have to go on YouTube. Thank you for watching, if you was watching. Hope I didn't bore the pants off of you. Anyway, I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. We are using DMSO and Aldora imiquimod cream, which is, it teaches your body to attack cancer. It's all very clever stuff. Anyway, if you need to know anything about that, if you've got breast cancer or any kind of skin cancer, let me know, and I'll tell you what I've been doing. God bless you, and may you have a wonderful day, week, month, year, decade. I love you all.